Let me tell you a little bit more about pre-season testing from Bahrain, and we'll do that from the downstairs restaurant. Come with me to breakfast. Yesterday I actually walked out of the room and went to get into the lift, and there was a guy in the lift and I didn't have a mask on, so I had to excuse myself and go back. Right, come on in. We'll go down to 2. Just noticed then there's no floors 3, 5 or 7 for some reason.
How are you today?
Good, hungry.
Thank you so much.
What number am I?
35.7.
35.7, that's good. Like yesterday, I got the whole place just about to myself, which is great. And because it's in the hotel and I'm sitting down, I can take my mask off, which is always a joy. It was only on the 14th of March, which was Monday, that restaurants were allowed to reopen with half the capacity seating. Before that, only outside meals on terraces, and takeaways were allowed, so it's good to be back in a restaurant. In fact, I had all of my meals in the room here for the first week I was here. And we don't get metal cutlery, we get disposable cutlery made of wood, I think. The spoon would have a depth of about 3 millimeters, I reckon. Hence, you don't get a very large mouthful. During testing, I shot from a spot at the exit of turn 4, and I did it on 2 days. The first day I didn't last very long, probably 10 minutes or so, thank you. And the second day, I went back for probably 45 minutes, and it was great because I got a great opportunity to fine-tune the shot and get perfectly what I wanted. Now, if you get down and shoot between the gaps in the armco, you get a markedly different shot than if you were to stand up and do it from eye height. So this is where I was positioned, in the sand, in a rather awkward spot, trying to shoot between these 1-inch gaps in the armco. And what you see here is a lot of runoff area, and I don't like it. And that's why I chose to go low. What I'm trying to do is take away all the distractions in the background. So over here you have a light tower, and if you go further into the shot, you actually see some signage scaffolding, which I imagine during the race will have advertising on it. I shot at a fast shutter speed, which froze the car and the trees in the background, and then I kept the shutter open for a little bit longer and panned with the car. But what that means is you have to be panning at the same speed as the car, and then the trees in the background blur, but the car remains sharp. So what is the difference to you as a viewer between shooting through the top gap and the bottom gap in the armco? It's slight, but noticeable when you look at it. The top gap, the bottom gap. Shooting through the bottom gap, the car sits a little bit higher above the fence. And then about 2/3 of the way through my time there on the second day, a cameraman came and set up on the other side of the track. I don't want a cameraman in my shot as much as they don't want me in their shot. So when he arrived, I changed to a much slower shutter speed. And the reason I did that was hopefully to blur him and it wouldn't distract you. It worked. I like that spot, I like the shots, and I'll definitely go back there when we're back there again in a week and a half. Let's talk Nikita Mazepin. He has copped a fair amount of savagery on social media, in particular on the Haas page. I've mentioned this before, he was getting something like 20 times the comments on his posts than Mick Schumacher was getting, and they were all, pretty much all, quite savage towards him. What I've noticed is that is somewhat diminishing. I think there are probably more comments saying I'm just here for the comments on a Haas post with Nikita in it, but I'm not sure whether admin is deleting all the negative ones now. If you're a follower of the Haas page and follow it closely, you might be able to confirm whether that's the case. But my impression is that fury is somewhat reducing. On the subject of people I spotted at the race coming into the track, Callum Ilott was there, junior Ferrari driver. A lot of people said he should have got the drive at Haas, but well, he hasn't. But he's ever hopeful of getting into F1. Likeable fella Callum, and funnily enough, when I put a post up of him and a post up of Lewis, he outrates Lewis in likes. Go figure. Who else did I see? Mara San Giorgio, who was a TV presenter for Sky, Italian, great lady, and she popped up on the Australian telecasts a lot last year, asking questions in the paddock. On the subject of trainers, I can tell you that Noel Carroll is now working with Japanese driver Yuki Tsunoda. And Yuki's great too when he comes in. He often waves and gives us a thumbs up. We like that. It's a nice positive image. I did notice that Checo Perez has managed to bring Xavi Martos on board at Red Bull. That's his trainer. And often Red Bull will pair up new drivers with their own trainers. But in this instance, Checo's been able to bring his existing trainer along for the ride. Would you like a 2-night stay here at the downtown Rotana? Or just simply write your reason in the comments below and you could be one of the winners. I'll pick one person on Friday from either my Instagram audience or my YouTube audience. Could well be you. I made a point of going and having a look at the impact area of Romain Grosjean's crash end of last year, and this is what it looks like today. As you know, he went through that fence. Now that they've put the tyres there and the rubber, there's no opportunity for him to get through there again. Not that he's racing in F1, but they've done a great job on that, and that's obviously infinitely safer now than what it was prior. If you ever see a cable tie strapped to your luggage when it comes out on the carousel at an airport, know that you've been selected for a baggage check and be ready. Well, that was breakfast. I like this image here because I think it shows the times that we are in. A couple of doctors in scrubs walking down the paddock. I've never shot that before. Hey, thank you to Canity.com, the world's best online staff training platform, for providing these videos. Now, I have to go and edit this video, so let me say this in closing. Thank you for watching it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and join as a member. You get some good valuable extras added in there. My best pics you'll find on Instagram, live from the track and all through the week, at Kym Illman. You can buy my F1 driver photo books at KymIllman.com. And for digital images, you can download those at ProStarPics.com. Thanks for watching and stay passionate. Well, I think I got the wobbly table. Yes, the wobbly table.